if you want to fight somebody in the future and you're in a disadvantage, pretend like you live in the past.
Yeah.
Palestinians are doing some of those things. It's insane that it's a David and Goliath, but it's upside down now. The Israelis didn't take the lessons that are being learned right now by the Ukrainians.
Seriously.
The drones that they utilized against them were exactly like the drones that the Ukrainians were utilizing against the Russians. And again, it's a conversation. According to Maslow, these are the basic needs that we all need to have. Air. Hey, Ed, what do you mean air? Do you need to breathe? Yeah. Did you notice how much particulates were in the environment where that guy got shut up in that room? Have you ever been in a room that's been, rounds have gone through it, and fucking asbestos and dust is everywhere? If you think you're going to be able to breathe clearly, you're wrong. There's a bunch of them that I like. Building a wall, it's pretty funny. Setting a bone. And I'll say this, comforting the dying.
Yep.
I've been in that position many times many times. You two are friends, right? What would you do if he was bleeding out in front of you and you knew he was going to die? This is somebody that did all the homework assignments that I just gave you.
Yeah.
Figured out the space. He 3D printed that gun that he's going to use on this dude. It's basically a manufactured Glock with a long capacity magazine 3D printed. He's not from there, but he has everything made.
Boink. Stupid what?
The only thing he procured there was the bullets. Everything else was manufactured. Look at what happens to the old vehicle.
Just do that.
They oiled the street.
Oh, yeah. Oil the street. Love that.
They oiled this. When I saw that shit, I was like,
Slow clapping for these photos, man.
they oil the street. Again, a lot of the solutions, again, the more sophisticated the technology, the more vulnerable it is to low-level attacks. That armored vehicle, you get a bunch of expansion foam canisters and find a way for something to explode or make them open up. Put it under one of those vehicles, the expansion foam will go into places where it shouldn't be. What happens when you cut off? What happens when you cut off all drug flows to the United States because there's a war going on?
The junkies are going to rise up.
You're going to experience an overloading of your medical segment that is going to dwarf COVID, at least for a few months.
Think about the
And
tweakers that can't get their fix. What are they
They're
going to do?
sealing all the bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be ready to
So
start
that's going to be an issue. Also,
adjusting people's attitudes at a high rate.
Also, if some of these people want to be retaliatory to me up here, they'll just poison a few drug lords. And you're going to talk about mass destruction. I couldn't be here without those experiences. So, whatever damage happened in the past, whatever happened, there's a purpose for it, man. Getting ready. If you pray to God to be a better man, He's going to send you a storm.
Yeah.
Jesus needed to prove His power. Bring back this guy.
You know what's even funnier that people don't realize about it? Jesus was actually pissed off that he died.
Yeah. So there's.
He was angry.
Yeah. So it's a moment where somebody gets brought back, but he's been dead for a few days. So if you see the stories and the pictures of him, like when I was growing up, you get given saints in my family, and my aunt gave me Lazarus as a saint, and I was like, why Lazarus? Yeah, like you'll see.
Give it time.
You'll see. Lazarus comes back from the dead, and he's not a complete man. He's not. He doesn't speak. He's on crutches. Dogs would follow him around licking his wounds. That's how he's depicted in some Catholic iconography. And my favorite part of his story is years later, when he dies finally, before he dies finally, second death, he laughs once and speaks once only. And he laughs when he sees a thief stealing a potted plant. And he laughs and says, "Ha! Soil stealing soil."
Wow.
Because he knows he knows. He's been to the kingdom. He's come back, and he finds humor in the fact that we are so stuck in the earthly.
Become part of the Protector Nation. Go to protectornation.com to download the Protector Symposium and continue the learning. Let's make the world a safer place by making good people more dangerous. Out.